This fireside chats where I'm gonna ask all three of you pretty much the same question, but maybe probably I'm gonna dig a little bit more. If there's question also from any of you, please raise your hand and kita akan tanyakan ke panelis ya. Okay, so the first question: what have you observed as a shift in the Southeast Asia travel industry in the past year, and what do you think is the next best bet for Bali hospitality? Do you want to take it away?
Sure.
Okay.
I think we can give the explanation from a payments perspective. But also, fun fact, I live in Bali. I know we don't like to talk about it as much, but I do travel a lot, so I'm not just relaxing. I do still run Xendit. But why I'm saying this is because Bali has really increased so much in tourism in the past few years, and I think a lot of that is because of Instagram, which is, it's quite insightful because what people are looking for right now, whether it's Chinese tourists or other tourists, they want experiences, which is why this whole red note thing is quite important, right? Because customers or tourists don't want to just come here, stay in a hotel, and then sit around and that's it, right? They're not going to Nusa Dua anymore. They want to have this experience. That's why a lot of them are going to Canggu, right? To all the Instagrammable coffee shops. Like, what is the Indonesian one? Gigi and Susu, ya?
Yeah, gigi susu.
Gigi susu kok gigi and susu. Maaf, saya tidak pernah ngantri di situ karena panjang banget 1 jam ya. So I don't really do that. But there are a lot of other ones that are super trendy, and that's where tourists are going. So really what we see in our platform is spending on our platform, specifically for Bali tourism. Maybe the average basket size is about $220, which is not super big. But what this means is people prefer to do independent traveling. People maybe spend a little less, but they want that experience. And I think it's super important for all of you here who are in the tourism industry to pay attention to. Maybe you have more insights.
Yes, please.
Okay. Hello, everyone. It's okay. It's okay. My name is Jesse from China. So I know maybe most of you don't familiar with China. So I think this is a good opportunity for me to share some news from Chinese companies inside. In my opinion, no matter in China or in Southeastern Asia, there are several trends are the same. First is that the online booking market share is continue to grow very rapidly, and the second one is that the e-wallet adoption is also increased very significantly. And the third one is that the content is becoming the main driven of the traveler's decision. And I think these three key points will be the trend of the future of our travel industry. I think for Bali, except all the technical issues, I think the next opportunity for Bali must be China market. Yeah, because you know that the first destination of the Chinese outbound travelers is Thailand. In the last year, there are more than 6 million Chinese travelers to Thailand, but there are only 400,000 Chinese travelers to Bali. So the Thailand had more than 10 times than Bali to attract Chinese travelers. So because Bali has already have a lot of Western countries travelers, but for Chinese travelers, I think there is a huge space for our merchants to attract them.
Can I ask you a little bit, because we did talk a little bit about Chinese tourists or attracting Chinese tourists to Bali. And as we all know, like India is the second biggest tourist in Bali and so on and so forth. But what we want to know is, because you're Chinese, you're from there, what do Chinese travelers look for when they come to Bali or when they travel? What do they want? What do they like?
Okay. I think in the recent years, China's travel industry changed a lot. Especially in the COVID, these 3 years. These 3 years is the social media grows very rapidly in travel industry, and it changes the habit of the travelers booking. So I think the content is the main decision of Chinese travelers, especially when they want to go out of China. So maybe I can share something for you. Everyone knows TikTok, right? Yeah, and you see the TikTok in Indonesia from just a content platform to an e-commerce platform. More and more people purchase goods in TikTok, right? And even some people to book the lifestyle service in TikTok now. But I want to tell you that the TikTok of the e-commerce and the lifestyle service of TikTok is 5 years behind China. You know TikTok is a Chinese company, right? Yeah. The Chinese version named Douyin.
Sorry, what's that?
Douyin.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. You only need TikTok, right? Okay. So the Chinese TikTok, I want to tell you some data. You know that the biggest e-commerce platform in China is Alibaba, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, the market share and the transaction size, TikTok is equal to Alibaba in the past 5 years. Okay. And you know that the biggest OTA in China is Ctrip, the Chinese version of Trip.com, right? So in the last year, the transaction of the hotel in Ctrip is 200 billion RMB 1 year. Okay, the Douyin transaction in hotel is 100 billion, half of Ctrip, only in the past 5 years. Yeah, so I think maybe you can't imagine how content are changing, influencing the Chinese traveler. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a big data right there. Maybe I would love to ask the same question to Pa Alphonse. Is the mic on? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is Alfonso from Traveloka. So thank you to have me here. Okay, so what we see basically from OTA perspective, basically, we are seeing some shift from group series. Actually, I think all the hotels knew back in 2019. You guys have a lot of group series, right? I think one of them is coming from Trip. Into FIT travelers, actually, which is actually validating basically the view from both Xendit and also Smart Orders that people is starting to use the social media and make their own booking, basically. So, there's a huge shift, basically. And then we can also see that the request for affordable accommodation, yet having a luxury sense, is also going up. Basically, I'm talking about private pool villa in Bali, especially. So yeah, more and more people are looking for this kind of accommodation. So this is basically validating everything, all of this data, basically, and also. Yeah, I think everyone's also new because in Indonesia, hotels also quite familiar as well with social media when you guys can sell through the social media. So I think the trend is basically aligned. That is what I can say for now. Yeah.
Do you think that also like content and beautiful spaces, one of the things that impact Chinese travelers' behavior? And that Bali merchants will supposed to be more well prepared when it comes to that.
Yeah, I think absolutely. Why? Because using social media, we don't really have a travel consultant sitting in front of the guests to ensure that everything is okay here. Right, so that's why content is very important. That you need to put a lot of things there, basically a good picture, and then informations, etc. That basically you're putting your brand there. So it's really important actually. If we're seeing the data itself from China, basically in 2024 to 2025. There's like 20% increase basically from China, the total of arrival from January to August, apple to apple. But comparing to 2019, actually, yeah, the recovery is only about 45-50% only. So that's why I think that there's a lot of space there. There's a lot of potential there to make all of these guests coming back to Bali, I can say. And one of them is actually by convincing them to come to Bali. And social media, content, and everything is a very useful tool, basically, to ensure that Bali is good, Bali is nice, and the most important thing is Bali is safe.
Do you want to add anything, Tessa? Maybe from Xendit point of view.
I think I think these guys are probably going to be a lot more in touch with the customers itself. We can only speak on behalf of our merchants, and we see a variety of them. Certainly, I think myself as a consumer, I do love to see content, and I want to go to kafe-kafe kekinian dong juga sekalian, dan hotel-hotel kekinian juga kan ya. Experience-nya harus kinclong banget, kalau di Instagram harus keren gitu. So for sure, I support all of them, but I think from the Xendit perspective, we can see that transactions are moving up in Bali as well as, obviously Indonesia itself. So I think potential is still there.
Okay, so my next question would be, how can Bali merchants utilize social commerce to their advantage, like Retno, and what else do they need to do to ensure that they are ready?
Okay, I'll start.
Yes.
I'm in Xendit, jadi promosinya pembayaran ya, mohon maaf. So basically to be ready, I mean, all of you guys are business owners. What is it all about at the end of the day? You want to earn more revenue. So from Xendit's perspective, it's partnering with, for example, the likes of Traveloka as well as Smart Order, right? To tap into the markets that you want to tap into. And then to be prepared to be able to accept any payment methods you want, which is why we are here. We process cards. We work with, hopefully we'll be partnering with a Smart Order soon, be able to accept payments also coming from China, as well as all the other markets where we're available. So I think really for a business or a business that's hospitality centric, where, somebody was saying that there are a lot of Russian clients, right? Obviously, Indian clients as well, and hopefully Chinese clients are going to be on the rise again since, pre-pandemic level. It's about being ready and partnering with the right providers.
Okay, thank you. Jesse.
Okay, I think for Chinese travelers, now the inspiration become the most important thing for their travel decision. You can see that maybe in some content platform, the QL and the QC uncovering more and more the niche, the smaller destinations to their map. So they let the travelers to discover some destination maybe they never heard about, they never care about, and let many people go to this place. There is a city in China named Datong. Okay, this city is in Shanxi province. Nobody was going to Datong for travel. This city is very small, but in the beginning of this year, there is a very popular game of China named Hei Wukong. Do you know about it? Okay, the place of Hei Wukong, half of the place is in Datong. So this year, more than 10 million new travelers going to Datong. Yeah, so the inspiration of the inspiration is becoming more and more important for the travelers. And in the content platform, how can we use this platform to raising our business? I think the first important thing is content capability. If you have the capability to create a good inspiration content to travelers, and the second important thing is about the direct booking links, because when people get the inspiration and the decision to go to this place, the first important thing is how to book it, and the third one for the destination to attract Chinese traveler is the payment, because you know that China is the first country who become the no cash society in the world. We don't use credit card. We don't have credit card. We don't use cash. We only use WeChat and Alipay. So every time I go abroad, I always forget take credit card and cash. I only take a mobile. Yeah. So if the place, the destination, support Chinese people to scan the QR code for the Alipay and the WeChat Pay is very important. Okay. So when the inspiration in the content platform meet the booking link and seamlessly payment, it will be very charming for the travelers.
Can you then collaborate with Xendit in that?
Yes, accept QR codes from all over Southeast Asia through Xendit. Thank you.
I love it. Now, from Traveloka point of view, what about what do you think, Alphonse?
Yeah, I think from our point of view, I think a little bit of sharing basically, because in this case basically in OTA content is also very important basically. So yeah, the first thing that necessary for hotel to have is basically, of course, authentic content, right? So you cannot copy someone else's content and then just put it somewhere. So authentic content is very important. So this is where basically I know that everyone here is an expert in marketing, of course. So this is just sharing my point of view. You know about the upper funnel and then middle funnel and lower funnel and everything, right? So yeah, basically the first thing you need to do is, of course, creating the awareness, right? So you need to have all of those content there, and then afterward you need to ensure basically that your inventory is sufficient. It's ready. It's basically aligned with your content. Yes. And then afterward, of course, you need to make a conversion after you have all of this exposure from Xiaohongshu or Smart Order, of course. And then ensuring that you have a payment gateway, of course. Then you need to have it ready. something like that. So these are the things that I think it's very important. Content is very important. So that's why authentic content, I think, is number one. And then what you need to prepare is basically you need to really know what is your partner's trend, basically. In this case, if you're talking about smart order or Xiaohongshu, you need to really know how is their customer profile, of course. So you will know exactly what kind of thing that you need to prepare. And then afterward, you really need to do is basically giving the after service, of course, when they're coming and then staying at your hotel. You need to ensure that they're staying there, they're having a good experience. Yes, and afterward, you need to ensure that they're basically creating a review for you, right? Because in Xiaohongshu, basically, they have real people there, right? And then basically they can also interact with other customer in the future. So this is very important. And I don't know whether Xiaohongshu or Smart Order will have like I don't know marketing things like paid promotion or something like that. Basically, you can contact them as well to discuss whether you want to put those as well into your strategic planning. Yeah, thank you.
Out of curiosity, though, like Traveloka, you guys started off as a booking engine, right? If you want to travel anywhere, you can book it through Traveloka, and right now you use social media as well, like content creators. Like you guys are very much open for content creators, right? I've seen it everywhere, and I think it works really well as well. Just this is me thinking, would Xendit do something like that? Do you think it is something that your brand can go to?
We're B2B, so we love events like this, and our content creators are like all those ladies over there who you may have seen, or our Instagram. We're very low cost budget, but that's because we're a little bit different, right? I mean, like a Traveloka or a Smart Order would also have B2B, rather than like the consumer as well. So I think in the B2B space is just slightly different than your consumer space.
Right. Okay. Now, do you see, how do I pronounce it, Xiaohongshu as a behavior that is here to stay and change up the industry? And what else is important for the digital guest experience? Maybe this is Jesse?
Okay. Exactly, I have already told you the result in China. The social media has already get very high market share, even than OTAs. Okay, I want to say that there are totally different between social media and OTA, because OTA is a platform to serve the demand of the travelers. When travelers have a significant destination and the significant hotels want to book, they will go to OTA to search, to find it, and to book it. But the content platform is create demand. When you don't have the significant destination to travel, or you even don't want to travel, when you see a content, it inspires you to do that, and you create this idea to travel. So that's totally different. So I think when the content platform have built their booking. Their booking engine and the payment gateway, I think the content platform will change the travel industry forever.
All right. Do you think so as well, Alfonso?
I think I agree that it's totally different, basically, and I also see basically Xiaohongshu kind of pioneering to combine basically content creation also e-commerce, right? Which is quite interesting because the target is also, well, I think young people, tech savvy, something like that. So it is something that I agree that will change the landscape of the industry, of course. But of course, everything will have its segment as well, right? I mean, based on age and then based on demographic and everything. So I think I agree that it will stay It will stay. It will keep growing. I agree. And I think there are a lot of opportunities basically on how to work together. And I think all we need to do is basically to have a look on the potentials and everything. And from there, basically, we can just work together maybe someday. And yeah, but if talking about whether it will sustain or not, I'm sure it will. Yeah.
Okay, now if we're talking about tech and we're talking about digital world today, we cannot not talk about AI, right? Now, from all of the AI trends lately, which one do you think is the most interesting or has the greatest potential? Maybe, Pa Alphonse, you can continue from what you just said before.
Okay, about AI, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are using ChatGPT for now.
That's true.
I think it's very, very, very obvious. But in travel industry, basically, we're already applying this. I think everyone is applying this, where actually the AI they have the learning function, right? They have the learning function. So every time you type your keyword in our search tab or in Xiaohongshu's tab, something like that, they basically learn. They learn from you, from your input basically, and then making an algorithm out of it. So it's very important nowadays. I think it will keep growing. It will keep growing. It will never stop. And at the end of the day, basically, it's becoming a necessity in our daily life. Yes. So AI is there. AI is there for us to utilize basically, but at the end of the day, in the hospitality industry, warmness should be there, right? Because the word itself is hospitality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it needs to work together. Yeah.
Still need real people. What about you? What do you think, Jesse?
Okay. You know that in China this year, there are two important AI products. The first one is DeepSeek in the beginning of this year. What DeepSeek do? DeepSeek decrease the cost of AI. And another product is Manus. What Manus do? Manus declare the product of agent, AI agent. What is AI agent? Okay, so after the Manus, we find that AI is not only can think, but also can work. So I think that's what will happen in the hotel industry. For example, we just talk about doing the social media. It's very important for the merchants to attract people, especially do the red note for attract Chinese people, right? But how can you do the red note? You need to have the Chinese content capability. But I know it's not easy for you, right? And you need to create the content, and you need to do the booking engine. You need to link the payment gateway. There are many things you need to do. Except the Red Book, you have to do the Booking.com. You have to operate the Agoda, and even though TikTok. There are many platforms for a small, middle hotels need to do, right? But what about AI do all the things for you, automatically? It will be it's a very good advantage for the small and middle hotels to operate all the online platforms. So that's what we are doing in China now. For example, we do the live show AI. You don't need people to do the live show all the time. AI will do it all the time and show your rooms every minute. And we do the AI pricing software. AI will help you to adjust your price at every time. You don't need use people to do that. So many things will be AI. AI will done. Will do it. Yeah. So I think it's very exciting, and we can see this future.
Oh, that's an amazing answer. I mean, China is always like 10 steps ahead when it comes to that. That's pretty amazing. Now, for Xendit, looking ahead, how can Xendit best support Bali merchants in getting ready for the evolving traveler from social commerce to cross-borders guests?
Yeah, I think as I've said before, we're definitely very focused on the payment side. And I think, look, I've only been recently learning a lot more about hospitality, the hospitality industry myself. And even for me, who's learning on behalf of Xendit to understand how we can help you guys better, it's already so overwhelming. I can imagine for operators, it's even crazier, right? Like you have the OTAs, and OTAs will give you VCC to charge so the customers can make payments. Then you have your direct booking that you have to do on your website. Then you have WhatsApp bookings, which people are chatting with you, and then you have to try to figure out payments from there. So hopefully, with a platform like Xendit, we can help you simplify the payment portion of it. And I do want to address the previous question about AI. I know I didn't get asked, but I have opinions about a lot of things, and one of them is this. Look, your industry is all about the human touch. It's about human connection. A lot of us are really scared that AI coming to being is going to replace everybody. It's not, right? The way you think about AI is that it can help you automate things that are repeatable or difficult. AI is a little bit different than your regular automation in that it has context. So it can help you a little bit better, like Jesse's saying, right? And adjusting pricing and whatever else. It helps give you context. It can speak in different languages with a lot more context, so you don't get like weird translations and people not understanding what's being said, right? I'll give an example. I was in Taiwan, wanted to order some food, and it said dragon beard. I'm like, in English, when you translate it before without AI, you're like, I don't know what that is. Nowadays with AI, it'd be very clear what the food is. So I think the point in saying this is, for folks like yourself, it is just so important to find yourself the right tools, the right platforms. So it's not even overwhelming for you, right? The whole idea of platforms is to simplify things. So you don't want 20 platforms then rather than simplifying and making things more complicated. So it's important to find the right partners. And hopefully Xendit can be the right one for you in terms of payments, right? Because we're giving you payment links that are easy to use. You can log into our platform. And one day, hopefully, even AI can make the invoice, right? You can paste it directly on WhatsApp and accept payments. If you want payments through QR code, we can help you. If you want cards, we can help you. VCC, we can help you. Even Chinese methods of payments like WeChat, Alipay, we can also help you. So I think it's just really important to be mindful right now of who you partner with, which tools you're signed up to. It's not just about cost. It's about the cost of how do you manage these things well enough so you're not overwhelmed by it. Hope that makes sense.
Right, just to simplify things. Using
Correct.
AI to simplify things, right? Not to replace people.
Our slogan is make payments simple. So
That's
simplification,
true.
I love that too.
Yes, amazing. Okay, to the floor. Is there any question? If yes, please raise your hand. Silakan bertanya Bapak Ibu. Bahasa Indonesia juga boleh, tidak apa-apa. Mau bahasa Indonesia ditranslate bahasa Inggris juga boleh. Ada yang mau
Jangan
tanya?
malu-malu.
Iya, jangan malu-malu dong.
Kalau enggak ntar dessertnya nggak nyampe-nyampe loh. Jadikan ancaman ya.
Bahaya. Ya, ada yang mau ditanyakan? Yes, silakan Ibu Bu Hania tadi ya.
So actually, I want to ask Smart Order about the tourism in China, because I just wondering what actually Chinese tourists look at Bali, because we just talk about how China is very high tech. If we're talking about AI, about automation, about technology, you guys are 10 step or even 100 step away from us, But Bali is more very traditional. It's I want to understand what actually they're looking at us. And then so we are in the hospitality and tourism business, can understand how to attract them like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Exactly. Bali is a very clear travel destination in Chinese people's mind. But most of Chinese people can't separate Bali, Fuji, Jeju, Maldives, can't separate this island very clearly. Yeah. So I think Bali need a very clear traction point, different traction point to Chinese people. What's the difference of Bali between another islands? Yeah. So in my mind, I think I really don't know what's the difference.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I think you maybe you more clear about this your difference between Bali and the other islands.
Kurang lebih seperti itu mungkin ya. Keramah tamahannya mungkin itu adalah yang beda dari Bali atau Indonesia gitu dibanding yang lain-lain. Semoga kita bisa lebih baik juga sih. Amin. Ada pertanyaan lagi? Bapak, Ibu, silahkan. Ada? Nggak ada? Ya, silahkan. Oh, oke, ada 2. Tunggu, saya mulai dari sini, kemudian saya ke situ. Pas 3 pertanyaan. Oke.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Tony. So I actually want to ask for smart order because maybe from Pak Alphonse also can help to us to answer for that one because in my opinion that China for sure is growing in Bali and what's also growing in Bali is about the private villas. So a lot of private villas are developing here in Bali and most of the Asia, I would say, tourists is looking for that accommodation. But because I am in the hotels accommodation, which is we don't have villas, I want to ask in your opinion from China guest perspective, what actually we can offer that compared to the villas that can still attract the China guests. So I would say that's I would say it's quite tricky question. I would say maybe not really familiar what is the situation in Bali, but what I can explain is most people are looking for villas right now, and especially for Indonesia, Chinese, and Asian, South Korean. But if we are still a hotel, we don't have villas, what actually we can offer to the China guests? So that's the question.
Okay. Exactly in China, there are only 2 words about for the whole hotel industry. We only have 2 words. One is 酒店, another is 民宿. 酒店 means hotel. 民宿 it's a very complex word. Maybe it includes the B&B, the villa, the resort, many things. Yeah. So exactly in China there are not a lot of there are not a lot villas. So villa is a really new property to Chinese people, right? So I think you are right. Maybe villa is a good different point to Chinese travelers.
Okay, maybe I want to add another question. So for example, if we cannot like differentiate between hotels and villas, what actually the benefit they are looking for hotels, for example? Are they looking for the afternoon tea, for example, or they more into like half board, like dinner or lunch, or what's the thing that maybe can attract the Chinese guests in terms of the benefit in the hotels?
Benefit. Okay, I think the most important benefit is the photograph.
So Instagrammable.
Yeah.
By the way, that is confirmable because one of my friends just stayed in the Regent Hotel, the new one in Canggu, and the package includes free photography within the hotel. So can confirm from a consumer's perspective, maybe for Chinese tourists too.
Very smart.
Thank you so much.
Jadi kayaknya hotel-hotel di sini semua jangan lupa untuk siapin fotografer juga. Itu jadi package loh sebenarnya, marketing package ya kan. Apalagi mungkin bisa diantar ke area-area yang juga Instagrammable gitu. Ada lagi terakhir, I still have like 3 more minutes. Any more questions? Yes, okay.
Hi, guys. I'm Jason from Xendit, Malaysia. I think this question is directed to Jay-Z. And the question is, you mentioned about the three most used social media platforms in China, WeChat, Douyin, and Xiaohongshu, right? Today I'm just imagining I'm a property owner. I have finite resources to invest in the platforms that I want to sell to the Chinese tourists. Which one should I invest in? Which I should invest more in content? Which platform will bring in, different set of ROI for me? Could you, let us know? Or should I just invest in all three of them? Yeah, maybe you just want to hear your thoughts on this.
Okay. WeChat, Redbook, and Douyin have different rules in Chinese social media ecosystem. Douyin is a platform who push you new things every day. So you just stay and get new things. And Xiaohongshu is a platform which to search for people. In the past time, you know that the Chinese Google is Baidu, right? But in the mobile time, Xiaohongshu become the new Baidu. All the people search their lifestyle, search the restaurant, search the hotel, search the travel, going to Xiaohongshu. Yeah, so if you want to get a long time transaction, Xiaohongshu is a good place. But if you want to get a quick transaction, Douyin is a good place. And what is WeChat? WeChat is the SNS. WeChat used to build the combination with your old customers. When your customer going to your Chinese customer going to your hotel, you add their WeChat, and maybe 2 months later or half a year later, you notice him. You can go back Bali again. So WeChat is this use. Yeah. So these three social media is totally different.
Does that answer the question? Okay. Awesome. Then I think we have to wrap up the fireside chats right now. Thank you so much for all the insights. Thank you, Paul Alfonso, Jess, and also Tessa. Thank you so much. Yes, round of applause, everybody. I think from what I've heard tonight that even though the challenges differ, but then everyone here is aligned that in the future of Bali hospitality is digital, collaborative, and also guest-centered. And we hope tonight is just the start of deeper partnerships for sure. Again, thank you so much. And I think it's time for dessert, or yeah, it is time for dessert. It is not yet out, right? Okay, we're on time.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you.